Hello, this is lecture part 2 for MLT 110, chapter 1, lesson 1, part 2. In this lecture, we're going to focus on the clinical laboratory professional. After World War I, labs grew in size and number, and it became clear there was a need for educated lab workers. Also, it became clear that we needed to define educational requirements for lab workers and also just to identify adequately trained personnel to work into labs. In 1926, a professional organization known as the ASCP, which is also the American Society for Clinical Pathology, appointed a committee to ID qualified laboratory personnel. Now, this criteria for laboratory personnel has, of course, changed over the years as technology has changed in the clinical laboratory setting. In 2009, the two major laboratory professional certifying agencies combined together to form the ASCP Board of Certification, and that's the main registry that all laboratory professionals will take their certification exam under to become a certified medical laboratory professional. There's two categories that I want to make you aware of under the American Society for Clinical Pathology for BOC. And that is first the Medical Laboratory Science, or the MLS. This is the 4-year degree. This is if you go on beyond the associate's degree that you'll earn here at Western Piedmont Community College, and you earn your bachelor's degree and then sit for the ASCP for the bachelor's level. The MLT, or the Medical Laboratory Technician, is the certification level that you'll be able to set for after you have completed your associates with us here at Western Piedmont Community College. And after you have completed your degree, whether it's a 2-year degree or 4-year degree, and you've set for your certification exam, you should be able to find employment at several different healthcare settings, whether it be in a hospital, local health department, CDC, reference laboratories like LabCorp, Quest Diagnostics, some of those we've mentioned earlier on in this class, doctor's offices, all kinds of different areas, maybe even blood banks, nursing facilities, things like that. This is an example of a ASCP Board of Certification certificate. This is for the 4-year degree. It says MLS, but after you go through this program, the associate's degree, and you sit for your medical laboratory technology certificate and you pass the certification exam, you'll get a certificate that looks just like this. It'll just say MLT versus the MLS, and I just wanted to see an example of what the certificate would look like. Next, we're just going to go over some requirements for laboratory personnel. Even though you're going to go through this program at Western Piedmont and it's going to be an associate's program and you're going to earn a 2-year degree, most places of employment for laboratory technicians, they're going to want you or require you to have your certification or sit for your exam within maybe 6 months of a year of employment. So just keep that in mind. The next item on our slide is talking about NACLS. This is the National Accrediting Agency for Clinical Laboratory Science. This is the agency that accredits an educational program for medical laboratory science like ours here at Western Piedmont Community College. The next item is the American Medical Technologist, or AMT. This is an agency that is very similar to ASCP, and it's a credentialing agency where you can take your certification exam just like the ASCP BOC. But in our area, most hospitals and laboratories prefer the ASCP BOC certification exam, but it's not to say that you couldn't take your certification through AMT. It's just that ASCP is better recognized in this area and preferred. And lastly on this list, I want to mention the National Certifying Agency for Phlebotomy. It's the American Society for Phlebotomy Technicians, or the ASPT. Some of you may have already worked as a phlebotomist and are already familiar with this certification. Some of you may not be familiar with this certification, but this is the certification exam that you would sit for if you want to work as a phlebotomist and be certified.